Okay, so all of this is in your back office. So when you sign into your back office and you go to your dashboard, at the very, very bottom, this is there. So don't worry about taking notes. I would say focus more on what we are going to share with you today. So this is the guide to setting up your bank account and ordering your card. That also includes the KYC process, which stands for Know Your Customer. That's what KYC stands for. So this is a one sheet instruction for those who don't want to go through all of the slides. They have it on one sheet for you. You basically follow steps 1 through 13, and you should be able to complete opening up your bank account as well as doing the KYC process, all the way to ordering your Tanzact card and getting that sent out to you. Okay, so we are going to, let me turn this on. Okay, so that is the step-by-step. We're going to actually go through the slides. Okay, so again, everything is in your back office. So setting up your bank account, the first step is that you're going to go to your back office, which you can access through mytzt.com. When you go there, this is the screen that you're going to see, the top portion, right? It's the main corporate screen. From there, you are going to see the tab that says sign in. You're going to click on that, and then it's going to automatically show a step 2 here, which is the screen that prompts you to sign in to your back office. Go ahead and use it says here to use your member ID number. If you don't know where to find your member ID number, when they sent you the welcome email, in that welcome email, you will find your member ID number. You can also use the username that you created as well to sign in, and then of course put your password in, and then you're going to click login, and then it's going to take you to the step number 3, which is a pop-up window. You're going to accept that pop-up window, and that's going to take you right into your dashboard of your back office, and then you're going to scroll all the way down, and then you'll see at the bottom of the slide here, it says there's a section that says Tanzact card bank account. So for those of us who already have our account set up, you've already gone through this process. You are either have already received your Tanzact debit card, or you are in the process of additional verification. And so you've already done this. But this is for those who have signed up brand new and you have not completed this process. This is how you will order and open up your bank account and then request your Tanzact card. This is what we're going through right now. So again, once you accept the pop-up, it takes you into your dashboard. You're going to scroll all the way down to the section that says Tanzact card bank account. You're going to see that it has the little green link there that says create your account. You're going to click on that, and that then will take you into the bank account setup screen. The bank account setup screen looks like this. You have you're going to start with entering your phone number, and then that is going to prompt the second screen, which is going to give you a code. That's the two-factor authentication code. You're going to plug that in, and then you're going to click on next, and it's going to show that your user login has been created. That then will take you to the next screen, and the next screen is then going to prompt you to put in your information, your personal information. Again, like Eric said, we are setting up a bank account. I know I've seen some people that, have asked, do we have to give our ID? Do we have to, provide this verification? Absolutely, you do. This is a bank account. It's the same thing if you walked into Bank of America, Chase, or Wells Fargo. You're not going to be able to come in there and just say, I want to open up a bank account, and they say, okay, just tell us your name and we're going to open it up. You have to give them some information. So it's the same thing that we're doing here. It's just an online bank. So enter your personal data, your address, and then you're going to click on proceed. And from there, we're going to go into the verification of your ID process. This is where a lot of people have problems. And so we're going to give you some little extra tips that hopefully will help you get through the process super smooth. It doesn't always work, but these are some best practices that we've gotten from the field. And so anybody on the call now that has some best practices that has helped your community sign up smoothly, please put that in the chat so that our members are able to take some of that and see if that will work for them. Okay, so again, once you have everything in for your identity, your address, click on proceed and it's going to take you to the next page. So this is where you are verifying your identity. So the first thing that you're going to do, you can see the top portion of the slide here. It says begin verifying. You do have to click that button, and then it's going to, I believe it defaults and already has United as the country that is issuing that issued your ID. So you won't have to do anything with that. And then where it says upload a photo ID, it's going to give you 3 options: your driver's license, your state ID, or a passport. I used my driver's license, but for those who do not, use and select one of the other options to verify your ID. And then it's going to ask you that it wants to scan the front of the verification that you are going to use. So this is where, for me, if you're on a laptop, you kind of have to hold your ID to the camera. And if you don't really have a steady hand, it becomes a little challenging. So I have found that when I've helped other people scan their ID to verify, I've put it down on a piece of paper. I use either a tablet or an iPad or a cell phone. And if you put a white sheet of paper down and put your ID on top of it, then you can steadily zoom your camera in to the ID, and you're going to fit the ID into the little, it's like a shadow of an ID that they have there. So you're going to fit it to size. Make sure that you do that as close as possible. But again, like I said, doing it on your laptop, if you don't have a steady hand, then try to do it on your phone or an iPad or a tablet. That seems to work better. So once your photo, you've taken it, make sure that it's legible, that it's clear, that there's no glare, because these are some of the things that will cause additional verification. And so just make sure you take your time to do that. If you see the photo's not clear, just retake it, do it again. Okay, so they're going to scan the ID. When that looks good, it's going to move to the next, which is scanning your facial features. So you're going to have to center yourself with whatever device you're using to make sure that your face is centered to the camera. And then you're going to follow the prompts. Follow the prompts because your face will have to move from left to right, kind of like I'm doing here, you know, but you're going to follow the prompts of a little cartoon face, just like it shows on the slide here. It's going to go left and right, just do the same thing. And then everything is going to scan, and it's going to say, congratulations, you're done with uploading your ID as well as your facial features. And now you're going to wait for it to verify your identity. This is the final screen for the verifying process. Now, if your identity is verified, then you are going to receive the pop-up notice where it says you've been approved, right? One of the things, I spoke with Barbie yesterday, and she had pointed out, and probably a lot of you have experienced this, that it will pop up and say that you've been approved, and then you may see that it says your application needs further review. It does do that maybe for about 3 seconds, and then it will go through and it'll actually say that you're approved. So just wait a little bit. Don't panic. Now, if it stays at your application needs further review, then that means you'll have to wait. So one of the things that we had been doing by mistake was, if you see the pop-up or the slide where it says your application needs further review, and then at the bottom it has that little green bar that says get in touch, we'd all been completing that get in touch, and then it gives you an additional screen where you fill out information, and then you tell customer support, what has happened? I need further verification. That actually is not necessary. So I found out from Barbie yesterday, if you're doing that, don't continue that, because if you're not able to get through the verification process, customer support is automatically, they receive notification that this individual did not pass for verification and that there's additional verification that is needed. So customer support has to wait for the bank to get in touch with them to let them know what is that additional verification. That may take some time. So just like Eric and the leaders have said, please have some patience, at least 72 hours. 72 hours. Give it at least that time frame before you follow up on anything, because corporate customer service will be in touch with you via email to let you know, okay, this is the additional verification that you need. Like Eric said, it may be that your ID has a prior address and you put down the new address, so they may need some additional verification for you, or your name has changed. Those are some of the things that will cause additional delay. So just be patient. Somebody will get in touch with you. Okay. And so once that's done and your bank account has been verified, your ID has been verified, now you're going to review your information, make sure that everything is correct. It's going to then move you to the next part of setting up your bank. It's going to say that your account is ready. It's going to then give you your account number and your routing number. So that I would suggest that you either take a screenshot of, you write this down. That is your actual account number and routing number in case you need it for any reason. And then it's going to take you to the process of setting up your wallet. So you're going to click next and next. It's going to take you into what they call the account overview. That's basically where your bank account, your online bank account opens up. And at this point, you're going to want to order your Tanzact debit card. So it doesn't automatically happen just because you've opened up your bank account. So super important that you know that. Make sure that you follow the whole process through and you actually order your card, or else you're going to be waiting and there's no card that's going to be in the mail. So step number 6 is click on the add card button. It's right there as soon as your account opens up in the account overview page. You're going to simply click on add card, and then it's going to give you a pop-up window, and then you're going to select physical card because you want that physical card to come to you. It's part of what you can use. Whoa. It's part of what you can use for your marketing. So you'll have a virtual card as well, but request your physical card. And then once you have your physical card, you're going to, again, enter all the same information, all your address, your name, same thing that you just entered for your KYC process. And then you're going to click done. And then it's going to say, congratulations, your physical card has been created, and then you will receive it. So one of the parts that it does ask you, I believe you can create like a limit. Some people, you can have up to 5 cards in your, for one bank account. So this would be something that you would use this feature to create limits if you're giving cards to your kids. Obviously you don't want them to have free reign of the bank account. That might be something dangerous. So for those cards, you can create a limit. But I believe it's been suggested that when you initially go in, order your card first. Make sure that you can get your card so that corporate can process and make sure that all the members get their cards. And then you can always go back and order cards for those additional members in your family that you want to have a card. And then you can use the feature of setting a daily limit, a weekly limit for them. So once that's done, again, they're going to say your physical card is in the mail and it's on its way. Okay. And then it's going to take you back into the overview page, where then you're going to have your physical, the virtual card is going to appear there. So it's going to have your account number as well, your Visa debit account number, and you can go ahead and activate it at this time. So on the virtual card, it's going to have a little toggle there It's circled in the red circle there. You're basically going to take your clicker or your mouse and slide it to the right. Okay, slide it to the right, and once you activate it, it's going to ask you for the last 4 digits of your card. This picture here doesn't show a card, obviously, but yours will. It will show up with your Visa debit card number there. So enter the last 4 numbers and then the expiration date. And then you're going to click on done, and then your card is activated. And I think that's all she wrote, folks. So hopefully this training, seeing it today, has helped you to understand and have a better understanding of how the process works. I would suggest that when you're doing this, just have your focus be on this. Take your time. I'm in a light setting that is a little dim. I don't have a light overhead. So maybe I think that's one of the key things that we have to remember is don't have a glare on your camera, because then, you know, when the AI is scanning your ID as well as your facial features, that can cause an issue. Thank you, everyone, for allowing me to do training today. It was my complete pleasure, and hopefully I will have a chance to meet you all soon at our next event, definitely at a launch.